Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It's time for your reading. My name is Kelly, and I will be doing the read here today. Let's get into it and see what's going on. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Kind of dingy and dreary here. It's dreary. No sunshine. So we got Fehu. Fehu is talking about money. This is money. Kind of nice. You know, the first rune I tie in with the last rune, and I also tie the first rune in with the middle rune. So we'll know more about this money. Fehu also talks about good health too. Yeah, so if it's not money, it's good health. What's going on with Pisces? Thoracisus. Uh-oh. Well, this Thoracisus here is talking about some sort of a tricky situation. It most certainly could concern your money for sure, since it's sitting right next to Fehu. Good news is Fehu's in the upright, so we'll have to investigate further. What's going on with Pisces? Wong Yu. Wow, I was not expecting that. This is awesome, Pisces. Wong Yu is happiness and joy. Now, there is a twist to Wong Yu, and that is to stay as positive as possible. You know, positive attracts positive. I realize here, though, that there is some sort of a tricky situation over here. This is a thorn. And, you know, it's some sort of a tricky situation about your money and your happiness here. What's going on with Pisces? Tiwaz. So Pisces, Tiwaz is it's in the upright. It's this is a spear. It's like a, you know, what a warrior would carry. It's telling you here to act with integrity, all right? Act with integrity. You know, and stand up for what is right. Don't be afraid to fight. Don't avoid that tricky situation. If somebody's standing up in your way, don't avoid it. Get right up into it. I mean, it's telling you to this could be a situation too. It doesn't have to be a person. But it's just saying don't avoid the tricky situation. Whatever the tricky situation is, don't avoid it. Hit it head on. You know? Thoracisus is like, it's got this kind of energy where sometimes it can be like you're willing to go through something painful to get your point across. You know, and you know, we don't like to argue, we don't like to fight, but sometimes we need to stand up for for ourselves. So yeah, this is also talking about, you know, some sort of a victory that is coming about for us. This is like some sort of a victory coming about as well. And see, you got Wang Yu. This is happiness and joy. So I'm just saying, you know, act with integrity. You know, keep the integrity of yourself, but don't back down. In other words, don't back down for what is right. What else is going on with Pisces? You have Menez. Menez is in reverse. Ooh, it's touching Fehu here. Menez is talking about isolation, like the hermit card. Like you could be spending some time to yourself, Pisces. You could be getting some sort of you know, going through some thoughts, you know, just to get things straight in your head, because there's something over here that was difficult. And also I see that with Menez in reverse, for some of you, you could not, you're not even expecting any money. You're definitely not looking for it. You know, it's something, for some of us, it could be totally unexpected. Yeah. What else is going on with Pisces? So you have Anzus. Anzus is a rune of communication. And, you know, generally it's talking about something to do with your money, because it has to do with, if it was over here more so in our energy, it would have to do with like a job or something like that. But when it's over here in somebody else's energy, although we do still share this rune, whoever that we're talking about here wants to talk to you. Yeah. Somebody wants to have some sort of honest conversation with you. What's going on with Pisces? So we have Uruz. Uruz is Aries energy. Could be dealing with an Aries. Doesn't have to be. I also see I see a lot of Aries in here, but I see Capricorn as well. But whoever this person is, you know, I feel that they look at you as being very strong. You know, there's something here that, you know, maybe that you there's something here that maybe that you had to go through and it was difficult. See, this is the difficult. What's going on with Pisces? You got the sun. So yeah, this person really, really feels that you're strong. I mean, this person kind of like is like, yeah, this person doesn't look down to you whatsoever. This person really looks up to you. Whoever this person is. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be, could be any sign. But they definitely view you as being someone that's very strong, and they want to have some sort of an honest conversation with you about something, Pisces. So you have Pert, though, and it's in reverse. And so you've been really, really up in your head and worried about some sort of money. Yeah. Something's got you really up in your head about some sort of money, Pisces. But you know what? This is just in your head. The truth of the matter is here, whatever this blessing here is that's coming in, I think the main thing is to try to get this out of your head. Yeah. Stop worrying so much. Things are going to turn out to your victory right here with Tiwaz. This is victory. All right? You know, this could be coming out of the blue too. So you could be sitting there really worried about money, and then all of a sudden, bam, something comes in. It could be like that for some of you as well. This could also, for some of you, it could be like up in your head about some money, about some sort of a difficult situation regarding your money and your happiness. But again, Pisces, I see victory right here. Victory and moving forward. Yeah, so yeah, let's get a couple of cards too. What the heck? What's going on with Pisces? I'm not going to pull a lot of cards out today. I'm just going to pull a few. What's going on with Pisces? Wow. Look at this, Pisces, the Wheel of Fortune. And then we got Fehu right here. All right? I like that. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor, Pisces. You know, I kind of don't think that you really see this. Not with this in reverse, you know. And you could be spending time alone or something too. Maybe there's something that you're separated from or something. But let's clarify that. Why is the Wheel of Fortune there? Why is the Wheel of Fortune there? Wow, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, this is a trip, Pisces. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This could be something here. Definitely, it's definitely something here regarding your money. You see that? Look at Fehu there. And then Barkana. That's a new beginning. Something about your money. Yeah, this could involve a family member as well, you know, because I see Barkana, Judgment at the bottom of the deck and the Star. Huh, interesting. Judgment can be like some sort of a reconciliation, a possible reconciliation. And the Star can indicate healing and a wish fulfillment. I feel that there's a lot of healing going on. Something happened here that was, you know, this difficult situation. I feel some sort of healing. Why else is the Wheel of Fortune there? Justice. Wow. So Pisces, you're going to get your justice. Look at this. Here it is right there. There's Tiwaz. And look, he has Tiwaz right on his belt. Yeah, moving forward, justice. I really like that. At the bottom of the deck, we got the High Priestess. The Eight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, this is telling me, Pisces, you have everything here, okay? There's something going on. This is us. This is our energy. This is Pisces energy, you know, the High Priestess. And we're very, very psychic. And we know that, you know, a lot of the answers that we seek, we need to go within and not necessarily without. We go within. But there's some sort of a mental block here. Some mental block. Here it is right there, Pertho, see? Yeah. So, you know, you're going to have justice over this, Pisces. That's going to be your justice. You got the nine, you have the nine of Pentacles. This is success and, you know, security. But you just don't really feel it yet, okay? You probably don't really feel this energy because of this. You know? This is in your head. Yeah, but you know, you're going through a rebirth, Pisces. I feel that a lot of us are going through some sort of a rebirth. We're moving into another chapter. So, you know, this is going to eventually go away. Pertho is just mainly, it's in your head. Like I say, it reminds me of the 8 or 9 of Swords, and there it is. Yeah, it's just kind of like, it's something that you don't see yet, Pisces. But you've got this coming. This is abundance and everything. So, and it's like I said, some of you may not see it right here with Lunez here in reverse. But it's about your money, and when that's in the upright, that's good news. It is. Let's get a couple of these Moonology cards. I've been using these Moonology cards for a long time. I really like them. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon adjustments are required. So yeah, you know, that's why you could be here in kind of like hermit mode. You know, you're thinking, going through your head and making adjustments. Yeah. What's going on with Pisces? The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. See, like I said, we're coming into another chapter, Pisces. And this has been a very tough cycle. Look at this. That's a tough cycle. But the good news is we're coming to an end. So, or that's coming to an end. Let's get some more warm runes out here and see what else. These are from Ireland and Scotland, you guys. They're it's called tree energy, and the original runes were carved on pieces of trees. So what's going on with Pisces? These are from Ireland and Scotland, before it was Ireland and Scotland. Newen. Well, Newen kind of sounds like a fitting rune for what I see going on here. Let's get another one here. On. Been getting a lot of that. That comes out like every other day. What else? Starf. Stareth. Okay. So let's get into this here. All right. So the first rune we have here is Rune. And where'd you go, Rune? Okay, there it is. So this is the ash tree. Okay. And the meaning of this is transitions, renewal, feminine energy, growth, peace, and supportive friendships. So I really like that. It says here, Pisces, that struggles and challenges are a natural part of life, and it's essential to accept that these are obligatory for improvement and growth. Rune symbolizes a get-together of friends and families and communities for a specific purpose. Ash tree represents destiny, but it doesn't mean that you're bound by a certain route. Rather, it shows you a unique path that is especially for you. Boundaries are not a disadvantage, as they may help you become more aware of connecting points and find creative solutions. So this is really good. It's just saying to keep moving forward. You're going to have, things are going to be moving here really quickly, Pisces. All right, let's get over here into on. Where did on go? Sorry about that, you guys. But these go in 3 different alphabets. Actually, they have more than that. There it is, on. I think there's 4 different alphabets in this. This is on. It's called the ash tree. This is from the ash tree. The meaning of this is spiritual paths, lust, arousal, spiritual guidance, and movement. I see movement here too. I do. This is just talking about representing health and vitality of intimacy and sexuality. And that could be for some of us. But for others, it could also be talking about analyzing yourself, you know, in a deeper. I feel that that's really more what it's talking about than anything sexual, because I see Menez here in reverse, and you know, when it's in reverse, it can be talking about going, you know, spending time alone, like hermit mode, and analyzing and your you know, what you need to do, you know, analyzing your life, making a plan, and also deepening your connection to your spirituality. So I think that's really more of what it's talking about. Yeah. Then we have Starve over here. Okay, let's see, where is that? Here it is right here. This is the blackthorn tree, Pisces. All right. It's kind of interesting looking card. And the meaning of it is distress. See, this is probably the distress right here. You know, I feel that. That's a difficult situation. It's kind of like distress. But, you know, you're going to overcome it. That's for sure. It's also talking about divination. So when I see runes that talk about divination, you know, it's talking about a secret. You know, I see the high priestess, here we are. Or I see some sort of, you know, a secret, or your intuition, using your intuition, knowing when to act. And it's saying that it's to be ready to, this is saying here to be ready for the unexpected. So just be ready. Something unexpected could happen. Like I said, could be something here that you don't see coming. It's also talking about you might need to keep what you know to yourself until, things get more clear. But when you combine all three of these, it's definitely talking about getting out of this energy right here to this abundant energy right here. See, kind of like this. This same thing, coming from this energy to this energy right here. Wow, what a trip. This is also saying if there's any problems, to not take care of the symptoms, but go to the root of the problem. All right? Yeah, I like that one too. That's good. And let's pull some shadow cards. Well, I thought that one came out. It didn't. What's going on with Pisces? Vulnerability. Face hidden anxieties and insecurities head on and don't let them control you. Like I said here with T-Wise, don't back down. Move with integrity. But, take care of things head on. What else? Disconnected. Disengaging from present moment hinders genuine connections. So yeah, you could be feeling a little bit disconnected right here, but you're coming out of it. What else? Stubborn. It can denote determination and perseverance, but it may also hinder progress. So yeah, I like these cards. They make you think. All right, let's wrap this up and grab another card. What's going on with Pisces? The pause is the shift. Your past is now behind you, Pisces. All you desire is right in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pull of your destiny. And that's what you're doing right here. Taking a little pause, taking a little break. That is the shift. It's in the middle of the reading, too. Isn't that a trip? What else? Inner strength. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on things you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. And you've got everything you need. Mindset. Mindset is very, very, very important here, Pisces. Especially when I see Wang Yu. Even in the upright, it means happiness and joy, but it's also talking about staying very positive and using, your positive mindset. Positive attracts positive. What's going on with Pisces? The key. All you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys. Wow. Awesome card. I'm kind of liking it. What else? We got the death rune. But it's in reverse. Uh-oh. What else? These witch runes, when they come up in reverse, they're generally warnings. Well, that most certainly did not come up in reverse. That came up upright. That is the harvest rune. That's an awesome rune. What else? Oh, you got the female rune. And that came up like that in reverse. These are warnings, okay? These are warnings. The good news is this is here, and I really like that. Okay, so let's see what this is talking about. All right, so when this is in reverse here, the scythe, I call it the death rune, but it's called the scythe. But when it's in reverse, it's talking about in some sort of resistance to change. Okay, so Pisces, this is probably the resistance. I feel it here. It's in your head. It's in your mind. So make sure that you let that go. Easier said than done, I know. But yeah, and it warns against holding on to what has already served its purpose, and it urges us to release any attachments that could be preventing us to move forward. And a lot of these attachments are in our head, okay? A lot of it's in the head. A lot of it's in your subconscious or in your head. So yeah. You know, if any of you guys meditate, that would really, really help. Yeah. Now, this one here, the harvest, this is awesome. This is talking about prosperity and abundance. It sure is. It's talking about the fulfillment of goals. Like the bountiful harvest at a fruitful season, it represents the abundance of blessings that come from diligent effort and perseverance. So yeah, just keep moving forward, Pisces. You got this. You got this. You do. All right. Now let's get over here to this, to the woman rune that is in reverse. And we hardly ever get that in reverse, so I can't even remember what it says. It's been a very long time since I've seen that in reverse. Is it in here? Is this it? There it is. Okay. My poor book is falling apart. I gotta fix it. Okay, so it's indicating some sort of an emotional balance, okay? There could be some sort of an emotional balance. That could be another reason why you're here in hermit mode. It could be talking about some sort of codependency, and it warns against neglecting your own needs. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay, Pisces, make sure that you're taking really good care of yourself. That's the way I feel on this. All right? Yeah. Take good care of yourself. Well, there you have it, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.